Hey YouTube, Sonic1214X here, and this is part 2 of my first video. Today's video I'll be going over the deck list I have now for the March ban list. But before that, I want to go over what I think some of the top tier decks are going to be for sure next format. Then any decks that might be, I don't know, might see a lot of play I think in the beginning. But not necessarily will be dominating the format, and decks that have gone down from that. So when I show you the deck list, the Gravekeeper deck list, it might make some of the card choices might make more sense if I go over these first. So let's go over that. Okay. Top tier decks for sure I think are gonna be Gravekeepers, Formula Monarchs, and 6 Samurais. Gravekeepers, all they got was Royal Tribute was limited to 2. That's fine. And then I guess you can say Book of Moon was down to 1, but which would hurt out of any deck. Gravekeeper would be hurt the most out of that. But it's still not that, I don't think there's that big of a deal. I still think they'll be up there, top tier. And then Formula Monarchs with Warning going down to 2. That's I think that only helps them out. And they haven't really gotten hurt, and I think they'll be doing great. And then 6 Sams, obviously Gateway went down to 1, but aside from that, I just think if they'll run a different build and more control, and then still be able to explode, and maybe can, I don't know, try out Trap Stun or something. Or I mean, I'm not a 6 Samurai person, but the way the deck works, I'm sure they can figure something out, and I still think they'll be top tier. Not the way they were this format, but still up there. Then as the format begins, these two decks I think are gonna see more play, but it's really up in the air, which are Machinas or Machina Gadgets, any variants of that, and Glads. I think with Forbidden Lands out, I think Glads are gonna see a lot more play, but I really don't have that much confidence in that one. And then I think Machinas, they're just a good deck. I mean, just to start out the format, they can go against like most decks, and I just think they're gonna see a lot of play at the beginning of the format. But I think they're still gonna be tier 2 or 1.5 or whatever you want to put them at, just not tier 1. Then decks that got hurt the most from the ban list are Black Wings and Lightsworn. Don't have any Lightsworn cards, so Honest is gonna have to do for now. Black Wings with Icarus going down to 2, Kalut to 1. Like, I'm sure there's still gonna be like the dedicated Blackwing players trying to, you know, play them and do well with them, and some might do well, but it's not gonna be. Yeah, they just keep getting hurt so much every format, and with every new ban list, I mean. So I don't really see them being up there anymore. And then Lightsworn, they were still making their tops, at least, you know, I think at every YCS they made top 32, and then I'm not sure how high they finished. But with Honest going down to 1, anything that's running lights, like, it's just, I don't know, I don't see them doing much. Now these next 4 decks are just decks that I'm not really sure of at all. Like, I think they'll be good. It can either go really well for some or really bad. We'll start with X-Sabers. X-Sabers still do fine. I mean, they haven't won anything or done anything like really big, except, I mean, at Atlanta, but that's already kind of dated, I think. So with Cold Wave going out for them, I mean, they already ran 3 Trap Stuns, so it's not like if, oh yeah, now they can run Trap Stun in replacement of Cold Wave. Like, that hurts them, I think. And with more people, I think more people are going to be maining 7 tools this format, just because of all the Trap Stuns that are going to be running around. So X-Sabers, like, usually Trap Stun and then try to go off, but if that Trap Stun doesn't go off, or their True Nade or something, like, that's really like all they have. They really have to set up, and I don't see it happening, but they can definitely surprise me, and who knows. Then Plants. Plants were I think, doing really well last format, and just Gravekeepers were keeping them down. Because in Atlanta, I mean, I think it was 16 out of the top 32 that were plans, but all those the bad matchup they have against Gravekeepers just put them down there. And now with Dandelion to 1 and Debris to 2, I mean, Book is down to 1, so that helps with that helps them, I think, where their Debris plays, so they can sink much easily like that. But those monsters going down, like, I'm not really sure about plants. I don't think they'll be doing that well. And then zombies, I think, are going to see an increase in play. I think if they go against Gravekeepers, I think they have a bad matchup against that, just because they use the graveyard so much. But in general, against other decks, like, they don't really have any bad matchups against any other decks, and they can bring out some powerful monsters and, you know, just go off. So I think zombies will be doing better, definitely better than plants, and definitely better than these two guys over here. And more people are going to try them out. So, and then last but not least, Chaos is definitely going to see an increase in play with the 3 Chaos Sorcerers. Honest is down to 1, but still, Chaos Sorcerers up to 3. So, be looking out for that, and we'll see how they do. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on that. Leave any comments below on those. If you have any deck that you think I missed here, or I mean, I'm sure I didn't get everything right. I'm not an expert on all these decks, so just tell me what you guys think. Now, for the March 1st deck, I guess I have for Gravekeepers, we have 3 Commandants, 3 Recruiters, 3 Spies, 3 Descendants, 2 Assailants, and a Malefic. I dropped 1 Assailant just to make room for some of the other magic and traps that you'll see now. But other than that, the monster lineup it's the same, just dropping 1 Assailant. 3 Necro Valleys, 2 Royal Tributes, 1 Pot, Allure, 2 Steels, 2 MSTs, 1 Book of Moon, 1 Dark Hole. Yeah, so as you can see, I replaced the 2 books that are gone with the 2 MSTs. Just some nice quick plays, I think will make a really big difference. And obviously they're not actually the replacement for Book of Moon in the sense that they do the same thing or anything similar to it, but that you'll see in the trap lineup. Just 2 Deep Prisons, 2 Bottomless, 2 Compulse. As I explained in my last video, I think with Book not being around, well, there's only 1, so it's going to be harder to stop Synchro, like preventing the Synchro summon. And I think aside from Black Rose or Thought Ruler, I mean, Compulse will be just as effective once they come out. They bring out Stardust. You didn't have to really prevent it. You just let them sync for Stardust, and then Compulse it, Canister, Magical Android, almost all those other synchros. So I'm having this at 2, and we'll see how that works. Then 2 Warnings, Solemn, Ring of Force, Royal Oppression. With Royal Oppression, I still think that, I mean, Special Summoning is still going to be around, so this card will be, you know, still good. Torrential, and then lastly 7 Tools. Yeah, with Cold Wave being banned, Trap Stun essentially is like, there are a lot of decks, new Cold Waves, any of them that were running Cold Wave before will attempt to use Trap Stun as a replacement for that. So this will come in handy for those Trap Stun plays, negate that Warning, Solemn Judgment, just for 1,000. So I think we'll be seeing more play of this card. And aside from that, yeah, this is my Gravekeeper deck for the post-ban list, and I hope you guys like it. And just leave me any comments or suggestions you have for it, or what you think might see more play or less play, or any ideas that you guys have. And like I said, I guess top tier decks that have gone down in tier, and then the ones in the middle, I guess, are up in the air. Definitely we'll see more play, less play, and we'll see how that ends up going, guys. So this is Sonic 1214X, and I am signing out. Thank you.